Hey guys, and welcome to Eagle River 2.0 Moto 1. We got Detail and Slaunch on the front row. So Detail decided to take the outside, even though he won the semi. Most people tend to go with the inside, but on this track it's almost looking like the outside actually might be a better pick. So that's what he decided to go with. As we go through the rest of the field, should be a very interesting moto. There's definitely a lot lies on this moto actually, or on this race in general, because we're getting close to that point of the season where we're almost at the end, and some drivers that are looking to get into the Champ Series are running out of time. So definitely a lot of points and a lot of positions at stake in this moto. So here we go, waiting on the lights to go out, and we're green. Pretty clean so far. Into the banger though, this might change. Oh, real deal into the wall. Couldn't exactly tell if anyone else got affected. Looks like Vulcan goes down right there, but definitely a different crash. Atlantic going down as well. But it wasn't that bad of a first lap actually. It looks like there weren't as many crashes as I expected. Battle for the lead is between Detail and Slaunch, and Detail has the line going into the chicane. He's also been very fast in the chicane today. It's been one of his better lines, one of his better places of the track is the chicane. He tends to gain a lot of time there. And it looks like Detail, that outside starting position worked. He's going to lead the first lap down. Oh, I think that was Ump trying to go for a move there in the banger. And with the way we have the banger set up on this track, it's not exactly the same as the original Eagle River. And it's not exactly still called the banger for the exact same reason, but I think it's still a justified nickname because there are so many people that just dive that corner and bang into each other, but they don't exactly wreck. And I think it's still a justified nickname because you'll see it a lot during the race. And look at this lead. Detail's already opening up. We're on to the second lap now, and now he's got like 6-7 goose lengths. Roman is by Slaunch. Pancake's trying to get by Slaunch, so Slaunch is falling back. But Detail is just blowing away at this point. He is way far in front. Definitely so far that no one can try to make any cheese moves in the neck camber. So here's Pancake trying to battle to get into podium position here. Pancake trying to make a late season run to get into the Champ Series, but the thing is I was contacted by him recently, and it's possible that it's very likely that he actually can't make it. So if he can't make the Champ Series, then that would give his spot to the next closest person. So that makes what I've been talking about the last couple of recaps. I've been talking a lot about those last Champ Series spots and how interesting that's going to be going into the final night, and how I think that it's going to continue to change going into the final night. The fact that Pancake might have to give up his spot makes it even more interesting, because it's one person who had pretty much a locked wildcard spot who's now not going to have a locked wildcard spot, and that's going to open up another wildcard spot to someone else. And I have no idea who it'll go to, but it's definitely going to make it more interesting. Regardless of the fact that Pancake won't be in there, though, I still think that we're going to have a stacked Champ Series, and we're going to have a stacked battle into the Champ Series. I mean, we're only accepting 10 people into it, and even then, I still think there's very good drivers that are going to be left out. Pancake trying to make the move, going into the banger. Not able to do it yet. Should still be an exciting Champ Series, though. I think we'll definitely have 10 of the best drivers. Ooh, Pancake trying to make the move in the neck camber. Getting hard on Slaunch's inside. He's got a bit of a run. He's going to have to do it around the outside now. He's going to have to hold on to that, onto that run, and it looks like he's able to. Yep, still side by side going into the chicane. This is where it's going to get dangerous. But Pancake's not letting up at all. This is where he's going to get his time back. He's just doing a great job of staying side by side with Slaunch, but just not able to complete the pass yet. Yep, there it is. Okay, I was going to say, that's the corner where he'd probably do it, and he does achieve the pass. Yeah, man, I am looking forward to the Champ Series battle, and that's part of the reason why I'm so excited for this race in particular, is because we're getting so close to the end of the season here, and it is a ton of fun to watch the points work their way out every single week, and how they keep changing, especially with the fact that we have a doubleheader coming up. Now that's really exciting, because doubleheaders tend to switch up the points a ton, especially when someone misses a doubleheader. And if you want to make the Champ Series, you cannot be missing this doubleheader next week. I'm predicting we might have LCQ quality, perhaps record quality attendance at the doubleheader, just because of the fact of how big it is. A lot of people need to make this doubleheader if they want to make the Champ Series, or even win the championship. It's going to be exciting. So Luke's gaining on Bean now. So Bean's top 5 right now. Luke's in 6th. Slaunch right there is in 4th. So your running order in the top spots is Detail, and then Roman, and then Pancake. And Detail has, we saw it before, and it's opened up a bit now. Detail has a huge lead. He's doing a great job so far. Oh, it's not Detail this time. Bean is claimed by the banger. That's kind of funny. I didn't think that would happen to anyone this race, but there it is. Eagle River tradition, somebody has to hit the inside wall in the banger. That's just the way it goes. Literally happens every single time we race this track. Alright, so now we're going to go on board with Real Deal, who's behind Ump. I can't exactly tell who's in front of them. If I had to call it, I think it's Blades, and I think Blades is in 7th at this moment. So I would have to guess that these guys are in 8th and 9th. Real Deal got struck by a really bad start. I didn't really show it too well in this video, but I do have another video on my YouTube called, like, Why Does This Happen in Halo 5? If you want to see that start crash, watch that video. That start crash honestly irritated the crap out of me. It was one of the worst, like, stupid lag bubble incidents I've ever seen, and it really sucked for Real Deal because he ended up getting the worst of it. But go watch that video if you want to see what happened with that wreck. It was definitely very stupid. If Halo didn't have the dumb lag bubble, it wouldn't have happened. Very frustrating. But Real Deal is still fast. He still won a heat, and he's just trying to make moves here. Just always very difficult to make passes on this track. We're hitting the 5-minute mark right here, so getting closer and closer to the end of the moto. I like the use of different... Whoa, that could have been dangerous. I like the use of different lines there. How Real Deal saw that Ump was going to run the inside, so he decided to go up for the boost. I think the inside might be better in battles, but I think the boost might be better overall. So that's a very interesting corner. Real Deal sliding it on the inside. He's making moves. He just cannot make the move to get the pass. And you can tell he's trying every single corner extremely hard to make that move. And then gets cheesed in the inside wall right there. Just not able to do it. But we're going to take a look right here. I believe that was Detail that just went by. So I'm trying to give you guys an update on the lead battle. And you see that Roman and Pancake are battling hard for 2nd and 3rd. And Slaunch and Luke are battling for 4th and 5th. And Detail's just got a big lead. So it's Blades now in 6th. That's Bean in 7th. And then you got Ump and Real Deal 8th and 9th. Rounding out the top 10 is Hunter. And here we go to the lead. We got Detail up in that position still with a huge lead. And this is probably, so far, this is probably the best race he's ran all season if he can keep this up. He did get a win at the first round at Ogagia and did end up getting the overall there as well. But I think his current performance in this moto definitely outweighs that. Plus the fact that he came off the front row to win the semi, which is very, very uncommon. I don't have the exact percentage of that at the moment, but I remember I calculated it one day, and it's very, very rare that a person not on the front row, not a heat winner, ends up winning the semi. Just very, very rare. In fact, the first time that happened was at London with Hunter. That was the very, very first time of the season that happened. It happened again at Altaterra with Pancake, or sorry, at Salt Lake with Pancake, and now here at Eagle River. So now it's starting to happen. It's starting to be a little more common, but still rare. And there's the pass that Luke got on Slaunch. We're looking at a replay of that. So there's a little block pass right there. And here we're going to go back to Real Deal's view. And they've caught up to Bean, so it's Bean, Ump, and Real Deal hunting each other down. Well, really, Bean's the one getting hunted here. So I have to see how this goes. Ump all over him, trying to make moves all around him. But then you got Real Deal the Snake right behind him. Just waiting for a little moment. Oh, man, but he hits the banger. That's probably going to cheese him. And there we have a cheese pass out of Ump right there. I honestly don't think that was intentional. It looked like screen lag or just a block pass gone wrong. But regardless, it sucks for Bean because that definitely hurt him quite a bit. Just hit the 2-minute to go mark. Going on with Blades right now. Blades running outside of the top... wow, okay. Running outside of the top 5. And he's not doing he's not doing too bad, but you know, this is definitely not as strong as his sweep performance last season at Eagle River, which is kind of hard to live up to be honest. And here we're going to go on board with Pancake, still hunting down Roman. He's been doing this practically the entire moto, and he still hasn't gotten by him. So Roman's just holding strong on the second. And Detail, you know, he's got to be loving all this. He definitely doesn't mind this continuous battle because he is way out in front right now. You saw him on the side of your screen right there. So the more that they continue to battle, the more that helps Detail. And there's only 1 minute left. Roman had a cheese line right there. This could be Pancake's opportunity, and he does take advantage of it, and he does get by. So now the battle is going to be between Luke and Roman for third, as Pancake gets quite a bit away from them. And Luke's trying to hunt down Roman here, not able to find any ground. And Roman's just doing a great job at holding on to his position. He has been doing that the entire race. Trying some different lines here through the neck camber, but Roman is gonna have that outside line. He gets a lot of momentum off of it. That's what I was trying to say before. I think the outside line when you're away from people is faster. It's just when you're close to somebody, I think the inside is the way to go. But the chicane is definitely the place where Luke gains the most time, and you saw there he gained a ton of time off the chicane. Him and Detail both really have that chicane hooked up because I think they gain more time off that line than any other driver. Just seems to be like a goose to 2 goose lengths each lap. Ooh, that could have been bad right there, but saves it. And still not able to get by him, and Solange is catching up now too, so could see an interesting conclusion to the race here. And Pancake's not getting too far away actually. He dipped out of that battle at first, but now it almost looks like Roman's catching him at this point. So perhaps that battle's not done yet either. Two laps to go, definitely running out of time. If any moves are going to be made, they have to be made soon. Possibly here in the neck camber, this is the most common spot. Tries to go for it, and weird cheese flip. Well, not really a flip, but wreck for Luke, and we'll look at the replay of that. Almost a flip, and Solange is going to go by for 4th place, but Luke's able to hold on to 5th from Blades, who actually isn't that far behind. So we're going to continue with about a lap and a half to go. Saw Detail for a second there. He is way far ahead. Definitely has a huge lead as we're hitting the white flag lap right now. Oh, could have been bad lap or cheese right there, but Justice doing a good job staying off to the side. But here we are with the white flag. Not sure if we're going to see any last lap battles at this point, although it is possible. Definitely Detail should, as long as he doesn't cheese himself, hold on to the win at this point. It looks like the closest potential for a battle is between Solange and Luke for 4th and, well, yeah, for 4th. I don't know what I'm talking about. But there's Detail going around the last corner. He's going to take the win. Pancake's going to hold on to 2nd. Roman's going to hold on to 3rd. And last-ditch effort, Luke going to the inside of Solange, but not enough time, not able to make it happen. And then Blades rounding out the field right there, rounding out the top 6. So pretty interesting race there at Eagle River. Pretty fun. I think the second moto will be even more fun. Mixing up the field is definitely going to be interesting on this track. But overall, pretty good race. And Detail picks up his second moto win of the season. Trying to see. That's very interesting because it's actually not that many repeat moto winners this season. I mean, he makes the list bigger, but there really isn't that many. It's been a very competitive season so far. A lot of moto winners, but not a lot of repeat moto winners. But regardless, congrats to him. Very good win. Very big at this point in the season for him to be gaining points and holding on to the points lead. But hope you guys enjoyed it, and definitely look forward to the second moto. We're gonna get the invert going, and that'll for sure make for a more interesting race. See you there.